Hey there, are you interested in living in the North Suffolk area, specifically the Riverfront community? In this video, we are going to highlight the Riverfront community and show it to you possibly from a different light. If you were already thinking that you wanted to move to the Riverfront, after you watch this video, you're definitely going to want to move to the Riverfront. And we're going to start right now. One of the things that's so great about living in the Harbor View area is how close it is to the freeway, 664. So if you do want to go to the north side and travel up to, say, Hampton or Newport News, the Monitor-Merrimack Tunnel typically doesn't have too bad of traffic, unlike the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, like going up through Norfolk. I personally used to live in Harbor View right on the Riverfront golf course, so I do have familiarity and experience living in that area. My sister owns 2 properties currently that she's renting out on the Riverfront golf course. Outside of being a tour guide here on YouTube, I'm also a real estate agent, and I have a listing coming up right on the Riverfront golf course that I want to show you. Now, it's probably going to be under contract or sold depending on when you're watching this video, but it still gives you an idea of what you can get over there in the Riverfront as far as custom built brick houses. And this one's on a par 3, which makes it really cool. But before we do that, let's take a look at the Riverfront on the map real quick and just make sense of it all geographically. I just mapped us here to the Riverfront Golf Club, but if we zoom out a little bit, this sits right here in the North Suffolk area. Suffolk is a big city. When it comes to landmass, Suffolk is actually the biggest city in Virginia. It's just not very populated because most of Suffolk down here is all swampland. Up here, it's actually developed, and the North Suffolk area is very desirable. And there's some waterfront property options as well. When we get closer into the North Suffolk area, anything that's really up in this region up here would be considered Harbor View. There's no exact lines to plot out Harbor View, but it consists of not only the riverfront, but some of the other surrounding neighborhoods, along with that shopping center and some of the new development over there as well. Harbor View also has the Sentara Hospital right there. Plenty of shopping, as I mentioned, and also some of the best restaurants. The Harbor View area consists of about 800 homes, but that's not counting all the condominiums and all the apartments. There's obviously a whole lot more properties than just that. The Riverfront neighborhood specifically has approximately 600 homes. One of the things that makes the Riverfront community and just Harbor View right there in general so special is the association. The association really takes care of that neighborhood, and they can afford to because, as I mentioned, there's 600 homes approximately in the Riverfront community. Within that association, because on the other side of the Riverfront, the South Link Circle side, that is also on the Riverfront golf course, that is also part of that same association. There's almost 1,000 properties, each paying $51 a month, so it does generate enough money to really take care of that neighborhood. This is a golf course community, so it would be appropriate to own a golf cart. I used to live on hole number 5, which is a par 3, which was also right next to hole number 8 as well, which is a par 5. Living on that golf course, I got a lot of free golf balls. In fact, to this day, I'm still hitting some of the golf balls that I got when I lived there. Be aware, if you buy a house on the golf course, sometimes those golf balls are gonna smack up against your siding. It might knock it loose, it might crack it, it might break a window. Just be aware of where you are in flight to the golf course if you're buying a home on the golf course. There are certain parts of this course that allows you to put up a net if you're really in a flight risk. There are plenty of other options in the Riverfront or in Harbor View that are not on the golf course though as well. In fact, if you want to be on the water, there is also some beautiful waterfront options in the Riverfront and just within the Harbor View area. The waterfront options you'll find in the Riverfront and most of the waterfront options throughout the North Suffolk area are in a high enough elevation so they're outside of any flood zone. No flood insurance is required. Unlike a lot of the waterfront properties you'll find living in Norfolk or living in Virginia Beach. Some other amenities that you'll find living in the Riverfront community is there are 2 private gated piers that you can walk out and enjoy a sunset, or you could even go crabbing. I've enjoyed some crabbing at both of the piers, but there's one specific I think I've had better luck at with the wing on a string method. Also, down by that pier, there are canoes down there. If you want to grab a key to unlock it from the association office, then you can have full access to take those canoes out in the water. There's also tennis courts and several playgrounds for children. The swim club is very popular for kids. They have some water slides and all kinds of fun activities. There is a membership cost to that, but with that, you also have access to another portion of that swim club, which involves an infinity pool that kind of drips off into the water. I'm not explaining that right, but there's an infinity pool also located in the Riverfront community. I think the membership cost will range somewhere between $500 to $1,000 for a club membership. It just depends on what all you want access to. If you like golf, then you definitely want to check out the membership options for joining the golf club. The Riverfront Golf Course is my favorite golf course in all of Hampton Roads. I put it right above Heron Ridge and Virginia Beach Nationals. Just a personal preference. Membership costs can be as cheap as $1,000 a year up to $2,500 a year, just depending again on what all you want access to. This is a par 72 golf course, about 7,300 yards of Bermuda grass, which is so beautiful throughout the season in the spring and summer. But once we get to the fall and then the winter, as it starts to really cool down, the grass actually turns brown. It turns this golden brown color throughout the entire course. It is pretty cool. The course has a lot of rolling hills and wetlands and marsh. There are several different bridges you'll be driving your golf cart over, and many holes do have water hazards in play. As for the public schools, it is zoned in the Nansemond River High School District and the John Yeats Middle School and the Northern Shores Elementary. If you have questions about school ratings or anything like that, check out greatschools.org or schooldigger.com. If you're looking for a private school option, the Nansemond Suffolk Academy is very popular. The school is known for its nurturing environment and small class sizes for that focused attention. The Nansemond Suffolk Academy is preschool all the way up to 12th grade. However, it is located 7 or 8 miles away from the Riverfront neighborhood. It's a little hike to get there, but it is an option. One of the things that makes the Riverfront so special is the real estate. The Riverfront features such a wide variety of properties, from small condos to smaller homes to the luxury custom-built brick colonial homes, even more modern style contemporary homes. All kinds of homes. Nothing cookie cutter about the Riverfront community. One neighborhood you may want to consider is down here in the Harbour Breeze community, which is right over here in this community. Over in Harbour Breeze, there is houses that are pretty nice, ranging from mid 400s to mid upper 500s. Prices may change depending on when you're watching this video. You'll find property in Harbour Breeze to be a little cheaper than what you'll find in the Riverfront. Another area to check out next to the Riverfront over here, right over here on the South Lake Circle side, I think we call this Club Villas. I don't know, we just call it Harbor View really, but right here on the South Lake Circle side, there are more affordable options than what you'll find over on the Riverfront side, but it is part of the same association. It's the same association fees, $51, $52 a month, but just a little cheaper on this side. You'll also find the Montessori Academy right here at the front of that neighborhood. I used to take my niece and nephew there every day. It was great. Now over in the Riverfront community here, you'll find it's a big community. Like I said, there's over 600 homes. My favorite neighborhood though, if I could choose one home in all of Hampton Roads, I would say, not even just Suffolk, but it's like somewhere right here. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Oh, here it is. Look, boom. Look at the curb appeal on this house. I just love the way it looks. You got a 4-car garage set up, and some of the homes along the water here, I don't know if this is one of them, but some of them have basements and wine cellars below, because again, the elevation is high enough in this area so it's not in a flood hazard zone. This house is beautiful. You'll find condos currently in the mid 400 range and homes up to 2.8, 2.9 million. The median sales price in the Riverfront is currently $685,000. In the Riverfront, or really the Harbor View area, you can find a 1-bedroom condo or a 3 or 4 bedroom condo. Condos are usually starting somewhere in the mid 400s in the riverfront, but obviously they can go up much more than that depending on the size and what kind of view it offers. For single family detached homes, the median sales price in the riverfront is $685,000. We have seen some homes in the riverfront sell for 2.8, 2.9 million when they offer 5,000-6,000 square feet on the river with a pier and a boat lift. If you're looking for waterfront property at an affordable price compared to Virginia Beach or maybe even Norfolk, you'll find Suffolk to be a great option. Plus, you'll find the elevation's high enough so it won't require flood insurance anywhere in the riverfront. That applies to for most of the entire North Suffolk area. As I mentioned, I'm gonna show you a property that I just put on the market for sale for $775,000 in the riverfront community. And this is a golf course property and it's a custom built brick home. Now, this will probably be sold by the time you're watching this video, but this still shows you what you can get for your money currently. Now, keep in mind the median sales price is $685,000. So if you're watching this video in a year or two from now, it still applies. You could just know that a home like this is roughly about $100,000 over the median sales price. Feel free to check with me though if you want an update on what the current pricing looks like. The thing that makes this property so special is it's located on hole number 2, which is a par 3. The home is situated and it backs up right to the tee box, which really means you're never gonna get hit with a golf ball. Your home will never get hit. And if you're hanging out in your backyard and you wanna just walk out there and practice a little bit, it's so convenient. The Riverfront Golf Club staff and everybody there, they are so friendly. Again, I recommend getting a membership, but either way, if you're just visiting this area and you like golf, the Riverfront is a golf course you're gonna wanna check out. This is a home just over 3,600 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. Like I said, it's perfectly situated on the golf course. In this video, I actually made my first hole-in-one. Check this out. In a moment, I'm about to hit my first hole-in-one, and I'm gonna show you how you can hit one too. But before I do that, let's take a look at this house. The key to hitting your first hole-in-one is to buy a home on a golf course and come out here and play it every day. If you want to check and see if that property is still available, just reach out to me or check my website where you can also access a 3D tour of the property. And I'll drop a link in the description. Here's like a dollhouse overview that gives you an idea of the floor plan. Actually, if you click floor plan, it'll give you more overview. You can just see how it's laid out. Then you can drop yourself right down in there, and here is the foyer, and you'll see the dining room. Look at all the finishing touches on the doorways, and everything just looks very custom inside of this home. Behind me is like an office space, and then let me go ahead and show you. Oop, there's the living room there. Now when you get into the living room, it drops down a step, which is cool. I always like drop down living rooms because it makes the ceilings feel even taller, and then you have a view of the golf course right here from your living room and from your eat-in kitchen area as well. And there's a Little breakfast nook area here with some storage, built-in bench. And you have a little patio right here off of the kitchen side, and you have a back patio right here too off of the back side. And there's actually 2 different doors here, and then there's a door here. There's a lot of doors if you want to exit the home. The kitchen is pretty wide open. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. There we go. So the kitchen's pretty wide open, and let me go back into the living room and point something else out. I love these custom bookshelves on the sides of the fireplace. I think that is a very nice touch. And there's a downstairs bedroom with a bathroom attached as well. Let's just go upstairs real quick so I can show you the primary bedroom. This is one of the things I love about this home. Look at the size of this bedroom, and it's not just the lens. This is a massive primary bedroom, and I love the ceiling as well. You can see it has a double tray ceiling, and right here off the back, again, you got this view of the golf course, and you have a balcony right here where you can stand and watch people tee off if you're into that. So much natural light comes into this house. Also, the primary closet is massive, so is the primary bathroom with 2 sink vanities. This home has been meticulously maintained. If you have any questions about any properties that might be available in the riverfront or any of the surrounding neighborhoods, let me know. I've been serving this area for 10 years, and that neighborhood is very special to me because I used to live there. But I currently live over in Chesapeake in the Greenbrier area, which is so central in Hampton Roads that I'm right next to the freeway. So I can get to Harbour View or Virginia Beach or anywhere within 20 or 30 minutes. If you found some value in this video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else that you want me to highlight in this area.